Late 60s and Operation Rolling Thunder was in full swing. But as we were dropping bombs in Vietnam, we found out the government had been lying to us.
This weekend, portions of a highly classified Pentagon document came to light for all the world to see and brought cries of outrage from Washington.
We got to get this son of a...
Yes, Kennedy did send in troops in violation of the Geneva Accord. Johnson did start the buildup before he said he was going to. These guys were lying through their teeth when they were talking to us.
A name has now come out as the possible source of the Times Pentagon documents. It is that of Daniel Ellsberg.
The Pentagon Papers leak sent shockwaves through the country. But nothing shook Americans more than when we found out our own government had us wired.
The NSA specifically targets the communications of everyone. It ingests them by default. It collects them in its system, and it filters them, and it analyzes them, and it measures them, and it stores them for periods of time.
Now another leak's come out of the Pentagon. Since early March, batches of highly classified military documents have been slowly dripping out online. Our war secrets on Ukraine, Iran, North Korea, and so many other countries have been just sitting out in an online gaming chat room for over a month. But the Pentagon only found out about it last week.
Why did we know about it? Why did you know about it before April 6th? That means that they were up for at least many weeks, if not months, before U.S. intelligence knew that they were in the public domain.
Well, they were somewhere in the web, and where exactly and who had access at that point, we don't know. We simply don't know at this point.
Austin's pretty much saying it's on the internet. You expect us to know how that thing works. But don't worry, the New York Times and the Washington Post were on the case. Instead of chewing on the intel, they went hunting for the culprit. It was the Washington Post who found the document spread eagle in a chat room, and then the New York Times hunted down the suspect, 21-year-old Jack Jacera, an Air National Guardsman in Massachusetts. So after the New York Times got their cameras set up at the scene and ordered some takeout, the feds showed up guns blazing to arrest the 21-year-old Teixeira. And the media rushed in to paint the leaker as some extremist.
Combination of people who are lonely, who are, gun enthusiasts, who are, far right-wing Christian, and there are all these sort of people that are kind of on their own in little groups where they create their own little fan bases.
These are people who are not necessarily absent of politics. The politics just happen to be pretty extreme.
It appears that he had some anti-government views.
An IT guy who had access to this every day.
Right.
Yeah. And a military guy who had anti-government views. Like, it just...
Right.
Yeah, you're only allowed to leak to the media. You're not allowed to leak to a chat room. So now the media is asking the Pentagon, hey, guys, why don't you spy on us a little harder?
What technologies is the Pentagon applying right now to both spot leaked documents online and track potential indicators of leaking type practices?
Can you say whether DoD has anyone looking at chat rooms on Discord, for example, or other social media platforms right now for leaked information?
Has DoD taken additional measures to restrict the access to classified information of others in the Massachusetts Air National Guard?
So the media won't talk about how the Pentagon screwed up. This wasn't just some whistleblower. This was a 21-year-old living with his parents who was flaunting America's secrets to his gaming buddies. Now, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't trust a 21-year-old Jesse Waters handling the Pentagon's documents. I have come a long way. Now, the Pentagon had their classified documents all up for grabs. You don't think Chinese spies saw them online before the Pentagon realized it? Now that the Pentagon screwed up, Biden's saying, none of it's a big deal.
How concerned are you about this leak?
I'm not concerned about the leakages, and I'm concerned that it happened. But there's nothing contemporaneous that I'm aware of that is of great consequence.
Biden said the same thing about his own documents, remember? Mishandling classified documents is only a big deal when Trump does it, right? Now, if he puts documents in a locked storage room at Mar-a-Lago, they want him in prison. But they blame a 21-year-old when the Pentagon's war secrets wind up in a chat room. Everybody knows the safest place for classified documents is next to a Corvette. So now they say this is the new frontier, the internet. People being online. Listen to this. Bloomberg saying, the latest incident suggests the U.S. security apparatus is wholly unprepared for the next frontier. Extremely online military personnel leaking the U.S.'s most prized secrets just because they can. Oh, and the Biden administration, they're ready for it.
Are you concerned that the U.S. national security apparatus does not have a handle and is not properly monitoring the 1.3 million Americans who have top secret security clearance?
The Department of Defense is leading an important effort now to evaluate and review the national security implications, and most important, to conduct a review of the methods of access, accountability, and control procedures that the department has, so that something like this can never happen again.
Okay, so what are they really doing about it? Well, NBC News reports that they're going to spy on us to protect their screw-ups. Quote, the Biden administration is looking at expanding how it monitors social media sites and chat rooms after U.S. intelligence agencies failed to spot classified Pentagon documents circulating online for weeks, according to a senior administration official and a congressional official, both briefed on the matter. And Joe Biden's all in. He says this: I have directed our military intelligence community to take steps to further secure and limit distribution of sensitive information. So the government just blew a tire and now says, sorry, that's your problem. They're going to ramp up military intel to spy on us to make sure that no one ever gets leaks about them again. This is what they did with the Patriot Act. Remember, terrorists attacked us, so then they wired us. It's what they did with the TikTok deal. Remember the Restrict Act? A Chinese spy app spies on us, so then they have to spy on us harder. And now they mishandle our war secrets and our internet sites get wiretapped.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.